points. Rain crowds still hang over Assen, but everyone has decided to start on slick tyres, and there in the middle of your picture, Barry Sheene. Barry Sheene, who was second fastest in practice, just a fraction slower than Kenny Roberts, and alongside him, bike number 10, the blue Suzuki, being wheeled out of the picture, Franco Uncini. Barry Sheene looks pretty calm and confident. This is very much a crunch race for Barry. He is currently third in the World Championship with 36 points. Roberts and Uncini lead it with 48 points. And Barry, if he wants to stay on terms with those two, has got to win today if he's going to have a chance of winning his third World Championship title. Kenny Roberts already has 3 World Championship titles to his name, of course, but lost it last year to Marco Lucanelli. Bike number 3 is the unique Yamaha V4 of Kenny Roberts. Barry Sheene is on the slightly earlier model, still 1982 model, Square 4 Yamaha. Uncini, just getting off his bike, is on a 4-cylinder Suzuki. Also on the front row of the grid, Graham Crosby on another Yamaha, exactly like Barry's. On the second row of the grid, Jack Middleberg, Freddie Spencer on the Honda, and Cork Ballington on the Kawasaki. With just seconds to go now, the traditional push start here at the circuit, which first hosted motorcycle racing back in 1916. And the push, who's going to strike up first? Sheene's got a very good start. Barry Sheene has made a magnificent start, but it's Uncini first. Cork Ballington looks as if he was into third place, but definitely Franco Uncini, the thin Italian, is leading. Barry Sheene in fourth place, going through the picture. 36 motorcycles, amongst them other British runners like Steve Parrish, Ron Haslam on the 4-stroke Honda. But going into the first corner, Kenny Roberts comes down the inside. Franco Uncini is second, third is Barry Sheene, and Kenny Roberts takes the lead. There is Barry. Right behind Barry is Randy Mamola, who made an excellent start. Randy from the 4th row of the grid, finally getting his act together after an absolutely disastrous season. Virginio Ferrari, the other HB Suzuki rider, near the back, I noticed, just 3 from the back. But it is Kenny on the V4 Yamaha who has made a storming start. The true professional Kenny Roberts beating at the moment by 2 lengths Franco Uncini. And let's look at the start again and just watch Uncini on the blue one. Pushes hard, 5, 6, 7 steps. It's just about Barry Sheene's has already fired up and he's away. So Barry Sheene's bike fired quicker, but Uncini certainly rocketed off the line as well. Graham Crosby didn't make such a good start. Haven't noticed where Graham is yet. Well, there is Kenny Roberts, and of course they'll all be hoping and praying they aren't going to have a shower of rain, but the rain clouds are still hanging here at Assen, the town that became famous not just for this motorcycle racing, but for the famous train siege. Kenny Roberts and Uncini have pulled out a little gap over Sheene, Mamola, Ballington. Bert Van Dormen looked well up, the darling of the local crowd. And Uncini looks as if he's going to try and take the lead. Barry definitely in third place. No, Roberts on the V4 Yamaha, 30 years old, from Oakdale, California. See the 4 exhaust pipes very clearly on Kenny's V4. But Barry in third place, second fastest in practice. Set a 100-mile-an-hour lap in practice, as did Kenny Roberts. Franco Uncini is undoubtedly the revelation of the 500cc World Championship this year. He was a privateer until this year, and when Marco Lucinelli decided to go over to Honda, Roberto Gallina, who runs the Suzuki Italia team, hired Franco Uncini, and he's actually taken like a duck to water to being a works rider. Had been the top privateer before. He did deserve the ride, although last year was a pretty bad one for him, but previous seasons he'd really shown his skill. Very un-Latin-like is Uncini. Doesn't get too excited. Keeps his head about him. And now just ending lap number 1 with Kenny Roberts in the lead. Barry Sheene in a strong third place, Uncini second. The 3 top riders in the World Championship in the top 3 position. But the order, Kenny Roberts, who you saw in the lead, is still in the lead. Franco Uncini is in there, so is Middleberg, so is Sheene. Freddie Spencer, who moved up into 4th place briefly, has dropped back. And remember, they're all on slick tyres, and the rain has just come down about 2 laps ago. This is lap number 7, halfway, almost halfway through the race. And Middleberg's gone into the lead. Uncini now takes second from Kenny Roberts. The positions have been changing all around the circuit. The wheel, you see, coming into the picture now, is that a Barry Sheene in fourth place. It's absolutely anybody's race. They've got to be so careful with the 125 brake horsepower through the back wheel. Just too much throttle, and they'll be off in a trice. Well, the Dutch fans don't mind the rain. They're loving it because their hero, Jack Middleberg, is second. Franco Uncini is second. Barry Sheene was trying round the outside, didn't quite make it. Barry Sheene has made it. Got past Kenny Roberts. Very difficult, very tricky conditions. Now, the organisers may decide to stop this race. The last time you had a real downpour in a Grand Prix, the race wasn't stopped and certain people came in to change tyres. There was total confusion. And there you can really see the rain bouncing off the track. Or maybe the riders, and Kenny Roberts is down. Kenny Roberts is down. Barry Sheene goes around. Look at Kenny sliding. And Kenny gets up and he's going to be very angry. Well, that certainly loses him the lead of the World Championship now. Now Kenny is running. What's Kenny seen? Maybe his bike's caught fire or something's on the track. Oh yes, his bike's caught fire. The V4 Yamaha's on fire. Kenny bravely tries to push it away. Marshals are with him. The petrol has gone onto the track. There is petrol on the track. There's a piece of exhaust pipe. Well, that shows the brave man that Kenny Roberts is, and that is one of only about 2 V4 Yamahas have ever been built. But the fire extinguishers are there very quickly. You hear the crowd actually clapping Kenny, and Barry Sheene still in third place. Well, on slick tyres, I just don't believe this. I'm surprised they can really carry on, but Jack Middleberg has pulled away a little bit. Jack Middleberg having a guest ride on the Suzuki, one of Randy Mamola's spare bikes, in fact. Randy's not going to like this. Now they're coming through the chicane ever so slowly. Well, the motorcycle rules do not... Oh, there you see Graham Crosby's bike down, so Graham Crosby is off. And where is Graham? Well, Steve Parrish just went through the picture. Well, Kenny's walking towards Graham Crosby's bike. But if they can just stay on, they may put the flag up. We'll just have to wait and see. There is... oh, and just look at the wobble. Uncini, who is the rider's representative, is in third place, and he'll be wanting them to stop the race. Well, a complete downpour, but no, they're carrying on. And Jack Middleberg almost comes off. Well, it's virtually impossible to stay on these slick tyres. Jack Middleberg, Franco Uncini, Barry Sheene still in third place. You can see all the umbrellas up there. Uncini trying down the inside, and there's somebody going down the road. That looks like Freddie Spencer's Honda, number 12. Can't see where Freddie is, but that is definitely his Honda. Well, dear, oh dear me. And, well, Jack Middleberg takes a very leisurely look round his shoulder and says to rider's representative, Franco Uncini, what they're going to do about this. A yellow flag is waving. That's probably to signify the Freddie Spencer accident. And honestly, I think they should stop this. It's just impossible in modern-day racing to ride on these slick tyres. And this is not the safest of circuits, the Van Drent circuit in Assen, particularly this section. A lot of trees, as you see, and they have indeed stopped it. The red flag is out, and they have put the checkered flag out as well. Well, we'll have to wait and see if they're going to have a rerun. Well, so the riders will be pleased to see that. Of course, this man, Jack Middleberg, doesn't know that that flag's out yet until he gets round the other side of the circuit. 4.77 miles, remember, this circuit. And so he's got another minute and a half racing in these absolutely atrocious conditions. Well, what a tragedy for the Dutch Grand Prix. It offered so much with Kenny Roberts, Sheene, Uncini, Middleberg, all in there. Well, let's hope that none of those riders we saw fall have been injured. We know that Roberts has gone down the road. We know he's all right. Crosby has crashed. Freddie Spencer has crashed. And, well, the spectators probably know it's been stopped because they've heard it on the PA system. But Jack Middleberg and Sheene is still in the picture. Barry Sheene, we hope, is still upright. Yes, he is. Just cruising on bike number 7 on his John Player Special. And bike number 4 is Jack Middleberg. So with the rain coming down, we hand back to Dickie Davis, and the race, of course, Dickie, is stopped.